scoring, even though they're a young team, it's kind of really spread out. You know, for example, the Hicksville game we did a week and a half ago, they had one girl who did all the scoring for them. This one's going to be a little bit different because the scoring's really spread out between a lot of players on this team, really the starting five in particular. A lot of them averaging around 5 points a game. So it'll be interesting to see how Bryan adjusts to that, and you know who they kind of respect with certain moves inside, stuff like that, or if they can shoot. And we'll find out soon.
Defiance had a little bit of a rebuilding mode. They graduated 8 seniors last year. They played the majority of the minutes. As you mentioned, only 2 seniors on the starting 5 here, and you know, so anytime you have to look for that underclassmen leadership to kind of step up and kind of take care of things.
Right, and speaking of that, right to that, Chris, Myra Horvath last game versus DePoint had 13. She stepped up huge in that game. They came out with a loss, but she stepped up. So we'll see kind of which Defiance player tonight will step up like she did. Maybe it's her again, maybe it's someone else.
Well, I had a chance to sit down virtually to talk to head coach Todd Grosjean, and so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will hear that interview, and we will preview the rest of this game back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network presented by BHS.
Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger is a great group of experts with a common goal: to serve the legal needs of this area with the greatest degree of integrity and excellence. Along with that, they respect and support the athletes in tonight's game for their determination and teamwork. An attorney's relationship with their client is like the one between a coach and their player, a position of trust. Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger are proud supporters of all the athletes and wish them continued success always. The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
In case you haven't heard, this is an incredible time to sell a home, and the AmeriMade Realty team can simplify the process for you. We'll screen your home for potential loan issues, help determine a market value, schedule all your showings, and pre-qualify your buyers. But that's not all. Once we help you negotiate the sale, we'll handle all the details until closing day and beyond. And with interest rates so low, it's a great time for your buyer to buy. Call the AmeriMade Realty team today at 636-7653 or go to AmeriMadeHomes.com.
At American Family Insurance, they know your life has many moving parts. From your 4 wheels to your hard-earned home and the financial future of your family, they'll cover the things that matter most. Bundle your home and auto policies for possible savings and add life insurance for convenient, future-focused protection so you can keep dreaming towards what's next. For details, contact Danielle Van Atta, agent. Call 419-636-0408 or stop by 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan today.
When a loved one passes away, there are all kinds of decisions to make for funeral arrangements.
But one thing you can do now to make it easier on your loved ones is to pick out a memorial. I'm Paul Rohrig at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio.
And I'm Sally Jo Metzger. We're here to take the burden off of your family with just a conversation.
At Fackler Monument, we feature the largest indoor memorial display in the tri-state area.
The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924. Check us out online at facklermonument.com.
As we enjoy football this fall, we're reminded that winter isn't that far away. Now's the time to get your furnace checked out, and you can do that with confidence by calling Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services. Take advantage of $25 off on the fall furnace tune-up. Also, if you're looking to purchase a new Lennox system, ask about an offer of up to a $1,350 rebate or 6 months no payments on qualifying Lennox equipment purchased between September 7th and November 27th. For all of your heating and plumbing needs year-round, call Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services today, 1-800-329-4040.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an Auto Owners Insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Visit Rick Taylor Insurance online at rtaylorinsurance.com to request a free quote.
Welcome back on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Chris Malenga alongside Coach Todd Groschine of the Bryan Golden Bears. And Coach, you opened league play with a win over Swanton, 49-32. And that all got started with a big first quarter for you guys.
Yeah, that was a huge momentum builder for us. We haven't had the greatest of starts in our first, 4 games. And we really emphasized to the girls we wanted to, obviously on the road in the league, you want to get off to a good start and not give them any momentum or any confidence. And I thought our kids did a really good job responding to that and getting after them the first quarter and obviously defensively especially.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the third quarter, they kind of came storming back just a little bit, but you were able to hold them off, outscoring them 18-12. They're 2 big players. The Lutz, are they sisters or cousins?
Yeah,
they basically got double figures, but still able to get that win.
Yeah, they've been, they've played since they were freshmen when they arrived on the scene, and obviously twin sisters. And they've really, they've been a nemesis for us the last 4 years. We went over there 2 years ago, and from the tip, they kind of, they play so hard that, if you don't match their intensity level, you're kind of behind the 8 ball. But fortunately for us, we did a great job on both of them early on and frustrated them, and we didn't give them any good looks. We had a couple of defensive miscommunications there right before the half, and they were able to hit a couple threes and get a little bit momentum going into the halftime. But for the most part, our girls did a great job locking down on them and making somebody else score.
Absolutely. On your side, 2 players in double figures for you. Reese Grotehouse had 11, McKendry Seamer had 10, and then of course Shylin Miley chipped in 8. So when you get those girls involved in scoring, that's always a good situation.
Yeah, our balance has been pretty consistent all year. McKendry was really active early on. That was probably her best game to date. She got to the offensive boards, and we didn't shoot it extremely well early on, and she made up for that by getting some offensive putbacks and getting to the free throw line. And we actually shot some free throws at a pretty high percentage too. I think we were 7 of 9, which is good. But our balance has been pretty consistent, and it's been somebody different every game.
Final thoughts on that win before we move to the next game?
Well, it's, as I said earlier, it's big to get the first one, and especially on the road. There aren't going to be any easy ones. It doesn't matter who you're playing in our league. The coaches prepare really well. Every team's got kids back from a year ago, and there's some veteran kids that if you don't slow them down or defensively come into the game with a game plan, you may get beat. So hopefully our kids realize that.
All right, well, we have Defiance coming in for a non-league game, and we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll talk about that game here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
This, Mr. Stanton, is the Ford F-150. It is the all-time best-selling truck in history of the world. Recently intercepted engineering designs show that it, the new Ford Mach-E, and the Ford Bronco are about to cause dramatic changes to the transportation industry. Your mission, if you and your team choose to accept it, is to expose these revolutionary vehicles to the world. This message will self-destruct.
Welcome back on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Chris Malenga alongside virtually Todd Groschine, and Defiance coming into town tonight. 1-6 overall, 0-2 in the Western Buckeye League. Their only win against Ayersville by a score of 42-35. But every night you got a target on your back, undefeated.
Well, absolutely. And last year we went over to Defiance and led for probably, 85-90% of that game. And the last few minutes of the third quarter kind of dictated what happened in the fourth, and we did not play very well and ended up getting one taken away from us. So I think our girls will be prepared. I think they'll be ready, motivated to maybe get some revenge from last year.
What do you see out of Defiance, both offensively and defensively? Key players to watch, things to watch out for?
Well, they obviously had a coaching change. Nate Headley takes over. He was the JV coach from a year ago, and they're doing a lot of the same things. There's some key personnel back. Olivia Moats is back. She's a guard, shoots it very well if you give her time. They've got a post player in Kendall Black. She's 6-footer, and if you don't get a body on her, she can hurt you on the inside. So, and they've got some other athletes too. Kinley Maynard's a sophomore. I really like what she does. She's an athlete, and she makes shots when you lose track of her. So their record's a little deceiving. They've obviously played some pretty tough opponents to this point, and we can't take them lightly.
Now, what do we need to do offensively? Get open shots, working inside. What are some things you're going to look to do?
Well, we've seen a lot of zone, and I anticipate, people are going to play us zone just because, you don't have matchups for everybody that we have in our lineup. But so we're going to have to shoot the ball well again. The second quarter over at Swanton, we weren't as patient, and we had 10 turnovers, I think, in that second quarter. We were a little bit careless with the basketball, so we would like to see the kids clean that up a little bit. But defensively, we're still going to have to hang our hat on our defense. Hopefully, we get some turnovers, and hopefully that's going to translate into offense. And we would like the pace to be fairly high as well.
Absolutely. All right, Coach. Well, best of luck as you face Defiance, and good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right. Appreciate it, Chris.
All right. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Are you interested in a bachelor's degree? Did you know you can get your start at Northwest State, save thousands on tuition, and get your credits transferred to the four-year school of your choice? For more information on the NSCC Bachelor's Bound Pathway, contact our advising center today or stop by. All roads begin at Northwest State.
Are you looking for a mechanic that really knows how to repair both foreign and domestic vehicles? Let me recommend Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions. Dave has spent the last 25 years diagnosing and repairing all makes and models of vehicles in Northwest Ohio. And he's now teamed up with Jason Dietz on State Route 6 just east of Edgerton. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem that your last mechanic couldn't, think of Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions.
Back at Bryan High School, Chris Malenga, Caleb Zuber. It's the Lady Bears hosting the Lady Bulldogs. And we talked a little bit about this, Caleb. A team like Defiance, they've played a tough schedule already. And just like a lot of teams that struggle, Coach Headley said to me that they have yet to put together a complete 4 quarters.
Right, and that's the key. It's still early in the year, and a couple teams kind of got thrown off with the whole COVID-19 situations, with quarantines and things like that. And so a lot of teams are trying to find out who they really are, what they're best at. Because sometimes you have limited time in the gym, and you can't figure that stuff out. So I think for both teams, we're going to find out a little bit more about who they really are today.
Is this a situation that you look at this to be a potential trap game for the Lady Bears?
Absolutely. You got the Holiday Classic coming up, and you got a lot of good teams coming in here next week, and I think that's definitely possible, Chris. It's a great point. Defiance, their record is 1-6, but they played a lot of Hicksville's a common opponent, and they lost to Hicksville, which Bryan beat pretty good. So you would think, Bryan would come in here and probably pull away with this one, and we'll see if that happens. But I think you bring up a great point. You don't want to look ahead here to next week.
And the Lady Bears, meanwhile, since that Hicksville game, they had a game at Maumee that was postponed due to the COVID situation, but they did open league play last Friday night against Swanton, winning that by a score of 49-32.
Yeah, and you just got to keep it rolling if you're the Lady Bears. You're undefeated right now. And like we said, you got the Holiday Classic coming up with teams like Fairview, Paulding coming in here. And then also after that, early part of January, you got a big showdown with Napoleon, who's going to be ready to play. So you got these big games coming up, and I don't know if the Lady Bears have really been tested yet. And so you don't want to look ahead to that. You got to focus one game at a time, get through this one, then we can talk about what we're going to do next week in the Holiday Classic.
Reese Roadhouse had 11 points for the Bears against Swanton. McKendry Seamer had 10. Shallon Miley had 8, so good balanced scoring by the Lady Bears.
Right, and they're right near their averages. Reese is averaging 13 on the year, Shallon 10, McKendree 9, so they're kind of hitting their averages right there. And we'll see if anybody kind of pops off tonight. Definitely possible. We'll see how Defiance kind of guards the Lady Bears' three-headed monster.
Well, as we heard in the pregame show with Coach, he fully expects most teams to play zone against the Lady Bears.
Yeah, and I think that's a good strategy. Problem is you got to close out the shooters, and that Lady Bears have a lot of players that can shoot, so you're going to have to close out well, get the shooters, communicate. But, I think that can be a way for Defiance to kind of stay in this one.
Absolutely. Well, the Lady Bears, again, opened the league season with a win 49-32 over Swanton, and Defiance is 0-2 in the Western Buckeye League. Just to give you that, Napoleon, they played Napoleon, Defiance did, and lost 67-31, so maybe today's game would give us a little bit of an idea what we might see there on January 5th when the Wildcats come to town.
Exactly. You're exactly right. And like we said, Hicksville already played, and they lost to them. But that was first game of the year, so we'll see if Defiance has maybe improved a little bit. That's definitely possible as the year goes on.
New coach Nathan Headley is your new coach. He comes over from the Hicksville area, and he is the new coach there. And then interestingly enough, I was talking earlier, Brooklyn Miller is the JV coach, and Brooklyn played for Defiance, and when I used to cover Defiance basketball on the radio, her freshman and sophomore year, I actually called her game. So now the fact that she's a JV coach at Bryan makes me feel super old. but there you go. So we're looking forward to getting this one away. We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we will get our starting lineups brought to you by American Family Insurance. We'll do that after these messages on the Golden Bear Sports Network presented by BMU.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters mission is to support, promote, and inspire competitive sports in Bryan with an emphasis on high school athletics. With white level support, a $25 donation gives you a window cling. Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch sack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you a Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patron support. Go Bears!
The service is over. All the family and friends have returned home. Everybody's returned to their own life. Sometimes there just needs to be a little more help. That's when the staff at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Aftercare Director Kurt Bennett are here to continue to serve you.
Whether it's through grief groups, needing additional information, or sitting down with Kurt, we can help you cope during your grief journey. From pre-need to aftercare, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home. Just because you walked out the door doesn't mean we forgot about you.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Helping others isn't just kindness, it's my life. That's why I chose Northwest State.
All roads begin at Northwest State. Visit northweststate.edu today.
Back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network, Chris Malenga, Caleb Zuber. Let's send it down to Aaron Hughes, who had a great introduction to the national anthem. We're going to send it down for our public address.
On the scoreboard, the Defiance Bulldogs. Starters for Defiance, number 2, Olivia Motes. Number 10, Joanna Schlatter. Number 11, Kendall Black. Number 21, Kenley Maynard. And number 30, Mira Horvath. Varsity coaches Nate Heatley, assistant coach Sydney Collins, and JV coach Brooklyn Miller. And now for your Bryan Golden Bears. Head of guard of 5'7" sophomore, number 11, Reese Grothaus. At a guard, a 5'3" senior, number 20, Brooke Lamberson. At a forward, a 5'10" senior, number 32, Chloe Antigo. At a forward, a 5'9" senior, number 5, McHenry Seymour. And at a forward, a 6' senior, number 10, Shalyn Miley. Varsity coaches Todd Grosjean, JV coach Kathy Lamberson, varsity assistant Colin Walker, assistants John Miner and Joe Good, and managers Taylor Dominic, Kelsey Thiel, Addie Good, and Claire Good.
There you have it. The starting lineups being presented by American Family Insurance, Danielle Van Atta, agent. And we're set and get this one started here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. It's going to be Bryan and Defiance, Chris Malenga alongside Caleb Zuber for this one. So glad that you're with us. And we're getting ready to get it started as Shalyn Miley will be in center circle. And she will tip, and the tip is won by the Bulldogs. Schlatter will have it and will get it quickly over to Maynard. Maynard has it right side. Out to Horvath. Horvath right about the foul line will dish it out to Moats. Moats will launch a three and bury it to take an early 3-0 lead.
Great ball movement there from Defiance, finding Olivia Moats, and I think she can shoot it a little bit. Great shot there.
Lamberson will bring it up over that timeline, working to the right-hand side against Grotehouse. Grotehouse will pass over to Antigo, to Miley, now back in the corner, over to Lamberson. She'll dribble, look for some penetration, then dish back out to Antigo. Thought about a three, then will dish to Grotehouse. Grotehouse at the foul line will turn it back out to Lamberson. Lamberson takes it in, puts it up and in for a 3-2 score here with 7:14 remaining first quarter. The Bears will be on a pressure defense, and Moats will bring it up quickly and then throw it out of bounds. So the first turnover for Defiance.
Interesting. Bryan comes off the make, presses right away. So we'll see if they keep that up and how Defiance responds. But good drive by Brooke Lamberson down there, getting to the hole.
And she has the basketball, bringing it up. We'll head to the right side this time over that timeline. Antigo will set a screen. Lamberson will roll around it, then back out to Miley. This is Seymour, then back out to Antigo. She launches a three. No good. Rebound comes down, and it's tipped around, and it'll go out of bounds. And they're going to say it was off of McHenry Seymour on that tough play there, and Defiance will inbound with Kendall Black.
We'll see this Bryan pressure again. Let's see how Defiance kind of adjusts after that first turnover.
Junior Olivia Moats has it. She is working against Antigo. She'll head to the right side. Still trying to get over that timeline. She does, and she will now lose the basketball. Miley will pick it up, then quickly give to Grotehouse. Grotehouse is on a breakaway, up with the right-handed in.
Great job forcing the turnover there, and Reese Grotehouse leaks out for the easy two. Good start.
4-3 Bears lead, 6:27 in counting first quarter. Horvath with it here for Defiance. She'll give over to Schlatter. Schlatter looking to drive, and it's stolen away, and we're going to get a jump ball, and that'll head to the Lady Bears.
So, Chris, in the couple games we've done, it's been the turnovers that have kind of killed the other team. And in this case, Defiance today, the turnovers, two already, and then a jump ball there. They got to cut down on those if they want to stay in this game.
Lamberson will bring it over. She'll head to her right now, turn cross direction, and go to the left. Miley with it now, left wing. Pass it to Seymour. Seymour can't handle the basketball, and that's a rare turnover for the Lady Bears.
Kind of a miscommunication there. I think Shalyn thought McKendry was going to dive to the hoop there, but she kind of stopped in the middle, and the pass was really kind of fired to McKendry, and she wasn't ready for it, and it's a turnover for the Lady Bears.
Maynard will have it off the inbound. She's heading to the left now. She'll cross and head to the right, and Grotehouse gets in there, and she's in trouble, and she will get it over the timeline with few seconds to spare. Schlatter will try to drive baseline. She'll back her way in, and then McHenry Seymour will grab the basketball, but Schlatter pulls it away and puts in the layup.
Schlatter's a little bit bigger than Brooke Lamberson, and Brooke Lamberson was guarding her, so she did a smart thing, kind of backed her down there for the easy two.
Lamberson will bring it the other way, go all the way herself, put it up, no good. Rebound knocked around, and it is going to go back to the Bulldogs.
Here comes that Bryan pressure again. I think it's man-to-man, a man-to-man press here. Let's see if Defiance can break it again.
Maynard will have it. She is working against Grotehouse. Grotehouse with tough D. Maynard goes left. She'll cross that timeline, run into a double team, then able to get out of it. Then over to Moats, and we're going to get a quick foul. I think McHenry Seymour is going to pick it up. Yep. She does. That'll be her first, team first.
Reese Grotehouse is doing a great job right now putting pressure on the ball full court, and that's really kind of disrupting things, but McHenry kind of gets a tough touch foul there. Got to avoid those.
Maynard will inbound on the far sideline. She will find Horvath. Horvath will dribble in, put up a jumper, and it is good.
Remember in the pregame we said she was the highest scorer versus Napoleon, and Napoleon's a really good team. So is Bryan, and she gets a nice pull-up jumper there.
7-4, Defiance leads Bryan here with 5:05 remaining first quarter. Lamberson thought about driving, then will back it out and reset the offense. She'll head to the left-hand side, and then she'll pass right to Grothaus on the wing. Now down low to Antigo. Antigo will back in, then come back out, looking baseline, but then decides to just put up a jumper, no good. Rebound comes down to Moats. Moats will carry it, and the Bears will get back on defense. They'll meet her at half court. Moats will go around to screen, go to the right side, find Horvath open, and Horvath loses the basketball, and are we going to get a foul, or are we going to get out of bounds? Okay.
Good job by Defiance there. Moats got a screen from, I think it was Horvath, and she got a good screen and roll, and they actually had a layup there. It was a little bit better of a pass. That's some great offense from Defiance.
Allie Zimmerman and Addie Arnold will check in for the Lady Bears. Maynard will inbound for Defiance. Into Black. Black dishes back outside. No good on the shot. Rebound. Tough shot by Maynard, and then the rebound will come down to the Lady Bears. Addie Arnold on the glass. Quickly to Zimmerman. She thought about a three. Now she'll bounce in. Cross court it to Arnold. Arnold does put up that three. Off glass, no good. Rebound. She gets her own rebound. Drives baseline, shot up, and she's going to draw that contact.
Yeah, great job by Addie. She's, we always talk about it, Chris. The only person that knows where the ball's going on the shot is the shooter. Did a great job of knowing it's going to miss long and come back to her. And she got the rebound, went to the hole, draw the foul. Great job.
7-4 Defiance leads 4:13 here. First quarter, Arnold will go to the line to shoot two. First one is up and good. Arnold that's her first free throw of the year.
Wow. That's how you get to the line right there, Chris. Just rebound your own shot, get inside. Great job.
Elizabeth Hoffman is the new face for Defiance. Second one is up and good as well. And so she cuts the lead to 7-6, and that full court pressure comes back out. Olivia Moats working against Allie Zimmerman, and Zimmerman's quick. Maynard with it. She'll fire down low to Kendall Black. Then back to Maynard. Maynard will try to drive baseline, working against Delilah Taylor. Moats will launch a three, no good. Rebound comes down to Brooke Lamberson. Lamberson will run it. Over that timeline, Addie Arnold's wide. She gets the shot. Up and no good. Rebound comes down to Moats. Arnold had perfect position right there.
Yep, she's a shooter off the bench, and she's gotten a couple good shots here. Let's see if she keeps looking for that. Good job by Bree Long getting a deflection there.
Bree Long will knock that one out, and so Defiance will maintain it here. Maynard will inbound on the baseline.
Bryan likes to go 2-3 on the out of bounds, and they're doing it here.
Maynard looking for some help. She finds it in Schlatter. Schlatter looking to drive. She has Moats here on the left. She'll give to Moats. Moats will launch a three. It rattles in and out. Rebound comes down to Bree Long, and now Moats playing a pressure defense against Zimmerman. Zimmerman able to break it open back to Long. Zimmerman will get it back, and Arnold will have it on the left wing. Arnold dribbles, then gives over to Lamberson. Lamberson will bring it in the foul line, then back out to Arnold. Arnold will drive. Looking for some help, and she gets bailed out there by Lamberson. They just collapsed on her when she came in there. Over to Taylor, right side. Taylor will come in, put up a shot with the left hand, no good. Almost gets her own rebound, and we've got a scrum for it, and we're going to see a jump ball that will go to Defiance.
Good job by Defiance. Not giving them anything easy right now. Doing a great job on defense.
All right, it'll be a full timeout for the Bears. We'll take it with them. 3:01 remaining, 7-6 Defiance. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network, presented by BMU.
At Krill Funeral Service, we know family is a broad term. A family member
helping others isn't
sizes
just kindness.
and shapes. They can
It's
also be
my life.
fluffy with
That's
four
why I
legs
chose
and a tail,
Northwest
but
State.
they're all part of your family.
All
They can
roads
go on
begin at
vacations
Northwest
with
State.
us. They're
Visit
celebrity parties,
northweststate.edu
and often they're
today.
the ones that are there during the toughest of times. When the time comes to say goodbye to those very special family members, we at Krill Funeral Services are here with an environmentally friendly choice for aftercare. Krill Funeral Services, we're here for your entire family.
Back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network, presented by BMU. Chris Malenga, Caleb Zuber, and Zub. I think Coach Gurski just wanted to settle the girls down and maybe tell them a couple things.
Right, and it's been a kind of a quick start to this game. Bryan pressing, and things are kind of going up and down. I think it's a good timeout by Coach Gurski there to try and settle everybody down, like you said.
Defiance will inbound. Maynard will get it across the timeline over to Hoffman. Hoffman will give to Schlatter, and then it's stolen away by Lamberson. She's working against two defenders. She'll get it to Arnold. Arnold will reset the offense. Delilah Taylor with it. She will look to drive, then dish out to Zimmerman. Zimmerman will now drive baseline, put up a shot off glass, no good. Rebound knocked around, and finally will come down to Defiance, but not so fast as Bree Long goes in and mixes it up and gets it back for the Bears.
Great hustle by both teams.
Back to Arnold now, and now back over to Lamberson. Lamberson looking to go baseline. 3 collapse on her, and she is going to be fouled and count the bucket. Wow.
Great job by Brooke Graverson. Bryan's got a lot of driving angles right now. Defiance has no help rotating over, and it just feels like Bryan is just kind of gashing Defiance on the drives right now. Let's see if Defiance kind of makes an adjustment and really tries to rotate a little bit better.
Kinley Maynard will be whistled for the foul. We're going to see Shallon, Miley, Seamer, and Tego. And I think that was it. So Lamberson will get the chance for the traditional 3-point bucket here. And she does not. Rebound will go off Seamer's hand to Defiance. 8-7, Bears lead, 2:17.
Yeah, really close start here as Grohouse is going to come in for Brooke Lamberson. Really close start here, Chris. We could be in for a good one. Let's see if Defiance can kind of just keep matching the Golden Bears here.
Moats will get the inbound and bring it up. Bears really not pressing until they get across that line. But Moats finds Black wide open, and he puts it up and in.
What a pass by Moats. She got trapped by near half court and found her on the baseline there for the easy 2.
Taylor will bring it up quickly. Antigo will have it. Top of the key, and we'll give to Taylor. Taylor will dribble to the right side. Then back out to Seamer. Now in the corner to Grotehouse. Grotehouse fakes a man, goes baseline, puts up a shot, no good, but she draws the foul. And Reese, always good to go to that baseline.
13 points per game, Chris, and she can shoot and she can get to the hole, and she showed us right there she can drive just about as good as anyone. Another drive by the Golden Bears getting to the rim and getting fouled.
Mira Horvath will be whistled for that one. That's her first team third. First one by Grotehouse is up and good. Reese is shooting 66% from the line. Second one is also good, so the Bears open up a 10-9 lead with 1:40 remaining here, first quarter. Bears back in that pressure defense. Moats will bring it up, working against Antigo. They trap right there at the half court again, and then stolen away by Seamer. Seamer will bring it up. She will not stop. She will keep going, and then she'll dish out at the last second to Grotehouse. Grotehouse works around a man, up and good.
Great job by Reese, making that extra crossover, kind of a double move there to get to the rim yet again.
Schlatter will bring it over the timeline to the right side for Hoffman. Hoffman looking for some help. And she will be double teamed, but they get it to Black, and then they get it wide open to Mira Horvath, and Horvath gets knocked down, and the Bears will be whistled for the foul.
You'd rather have a foul there, Chris, than a wide open layup. Great job by Defiance. They've kind of a couple times broken this Golden Bear pressure, but then there's also been times where they've turned it over before they can even get to half court. So you kind of just want a little more consistency with getting it across.
Delilah Taylor is whistled for the foul. That'll be her first team second. Defiance on the inbound. Right side, they'll give it to Horvath. Horvath will drive, miss the shot. Rebound comes down to Seamer. Seamer's running. She'll bring it up and look for some help. She'll call over to Grotehouse, who steps into a 3. Rebound is brought down and knocked out of bounds. No, Taylor knocks it out. Bears will have it here. Antigo up and in. No good. And she went right into the key for that one. And Taylor very active on the defensive end.
Great job getting Bryan kind of an extra shot there. Tough miss from Antigo.
Maynard will drive baseline, and Taylor will pick up foul. Nope, that's going to be Seamer picking up foul number 2.
Kind of a bang-bang play. It's the hardest call in the sport to make, but in my personal opinion, Chris, I thought McKendry got there at just the right time, but refs saw it differently.
Maynard will head to the line to shoot 2. First one is no good.
Bree Long in for McKendry here. It's tough. She's got to sit with 2 fouls. She can really dominate inside against kind of a shorter Defiance team. Hopefully she can get back in here soon.
Maynard, a 59% free throw shooter, missed the first and the second. Rebound will come down to Miley. Miley will give it to Taylor. Taylor wasn't ready for it, but able to catch it. That was just a heads-up play by Taylor to know that ball was coming for her. Antigo goes streaking through the key. They don't find her, though. Long now will have it. She'll back in, put up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Defiance.
See if they get the final shot here. 10 seconds to go.
Bears have gotten cold at the end of the first quarter here. Maynard with it for Defiance. They'll feed it underneath, and it's stolen away by Bree Long. Long will race it down. Miley will have to shoot quickly, and she did not get the shot off. So at the end of the first quarter of play, the score, the Bryan Golden Bears 9, 12, Defiance Bulldogs 9. Back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
If you have a do-it-yourself painting job that really matters, you need professional-grade PPG paint from Grimm Paint Supply, located just north of Bryan at the intersection of County Road G and County Road 15. Whether it's interior, exterior, deck or barn paint, industry alkyds, and Durethane, Grimm Paint Supply has everything you need, including brushes, rollers, and trays, and can mix your specific color right there on the spot. When you use a professional grade paint, it may cost a couple bucks more up front, but it will keep you off the ladder and end up saving you money in the long term. If the paint job really counts, call Grimm Paint Supply, 419-633-4979. At Krill Funeral Service, we know family is a broad term. A family member comes in all sizes and shapes. They can also be fluffy with 4 legs and a tail, but they're all part of your family. They can go on vacations with us, they're at the center of the parties, and often they're the ones that are there during the toughest of times. When the time comes to say goodbye to those very special family members, we at Krill Funeral Services are here with an environmentally friendly choice for aftercare. Krill Funeral Services, we're here for your entire family.
Go underneath to Antigo. Miley with it now. And up and good.
Good job, Bryan, moving it around there. Good job finding Shallon, cutting down the middle of the lane. Great job.
So the Bears lead 14-9 early on here. Stolen away. And up and good. That was Reese Grotehouse, and she's been very active on the defensive end as well.
She's been picking Defiance up full court in that pressure. She's been so active, Chris. You're exactly right. And here comes another trap. Defiance trying to get out of it.
They do get out of it. Moats will launch a 3 from behind the arc. No good, top of the key. Miley will pull the rebound down. She'll head all the way down herself, put up a shot, and it rolls off the rim. Moats does a good job of getting the rebound for the Bulldogs. Miley is content, or not content. She will play on the defensive end there and try to steal it away, and we're going to get a jump ball, and it will stay with Defiance. But Miley, after missing that shot, went right back quick on defense.
Yep, that's what you got to do. Miss your shot, don't think about it. Just get back on defense and go get a steal, jump ball, and that's exactly what she did there. Defiance, 4 turnovers in that first quarter. At the beginning, it looked kind of rough. As far as the press goes, they've kind of settled down a little bit here. Let's see if they can continue to take care of the ball.
Moats will head to the left-hand side, then she'll hand off to Schlatter. Schlatter thought about driving, then they'll pass over to Hoffman. Hoffman on the right-hand side, they go underneath. Now a shot is blocked by Antigo. Horvath took that, and Antigo just reached up and blocked it. And Alex Zimmerman will race back with it for the Bears. Zimmerman over to Arnold on the right-hand side. Arnold will now dribble left, and she will find Lamberson on the left-hand side. Lamberson will come top of the key. Screen is set by Miley, then to Antigo on the right-hand side. Antigo back to Miley, top of the key. Miley drives, puts up a shot, draws the foul. And we've seen Shallon Miley do that for 4 years now.
Right, and she's one of the best players on this team, no doubt about it. And just yet another drive down the middle of the lane by the Golden Bears. Defiance really hasn't done much to stop it.
Foul is on 22, Elizabeth Hoffman. That'll be her first, team 4th. Miley will put the first one up and in. Miley is a 54% free throw shooter. Checking in for Defiance is Kendall Black again. Bears lead 17-9 with 6:08 remaining second quarter. Second one from Miley rattles in. And Defiance will come the other way with it. Miley will steal again.
Doing a great job. A lot of the Golden Bears are, Chris, doing a great job of just being active on the defensive end. That's Defiance's 6th turnover of the game.
Lamberson will come through the key, put up a shot, no good. Miley will clean it up and in. And that is now 6 points in a row for Miley. I think she's scored the last 6.
Yep, she's come alive here in the second quarter, and she's doing a great job of kind of extending this lead for the Lady Bears. Let's see if Defiance can answer.
Press is coming. Moats is going left side where there's a trap. Able to get out of it is Maynard, and stolen away by Antigo. And now it's knocked away by Maynard again, and she'll just rip it out of the arms of Lamberson. Put up a shot, no good. Get her own rebound up, no good. And Miley will come down with it. Coach Headley wants to know why there wasn't a foul at that point. Antigo the other way, right hand up and in. Nice little runner by Chloe Antigo.
Yep, she got right around the defender there. That was a great job, and kind of some different contributions coming in from a lot of people this quarter for the Lady Bears.
Maynard will give to Moats. Moats will go baseline, double team, then she'll pass over, and it will be intercepted by Miley, who will now kick it over. Arnold will come into the middle of the key, put up a nice shot and in.
Great job on the defensive end. Bryan's getting the rotations down out of the trap, and that's where the turnover is coming from. The turnover doesn't come from the trap itself. It comes from the pass out of the trap, and the Golden Bears doing a great job of executing.
Maynard with it. She'll drive baseline, double team it again. Same thing. And are we going to get a whistle on Bryan?
Not sure.
I don't think so.
Is it staying here? Yep, it's going to stay here.
It must have been Bryan on the line or something like that. I don't know what happened there. The way coach was out there, I thought he was arguing.
They're giving it to Bryan now. Wait. Yep, they're giving it to Bryan. Okay.
I'm not sure what happened down there. The way coach was indicating, it looked like he thought it should have been a charge.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing there. So Taylor will bring it over the timeline. Delilah will be at the top of the key here. She'll go left side to Grotehouse, down low. Grotehouse will launch a three, no good. Rebound tipped around and finally comes down to Olivia Moats, and the Defiance Bulldogs will try to run it. They'll cross that timeline and right back to her. Hand off to Maynard. Maynard will launch a three. That is nothing but cords.
What a great shot from Maynard right there. That was really, really good.
And Coach Headley will call a timeout. 4:12 remaining, second quarter, 24-12 Bears. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network, presented by BMU.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters' mission is to support, promote, and inspire competitive sports in Bryan with an emphasis on high school athletics. With white level support, a $25 donation gives you a window cling. Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch sack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you a Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patron support. Go Bears!
Are you looking for a mechanic that really knows how to repair both foreign and domestic vehicles? Let me recommend Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions. Dave has spent the last 25 years diagnosing and repairing all makes and models of vehicles in Northwest Ohio. And he's now teamed up with Jason Dietz on State Route 6 just east of Edgerton. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem that your last mechanic couldn't, think of Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions.
House, and she'll go back up top to Allie Zimmer as the Lady Bears work it around to the right side for Delilah Taylor. Get a screen from Antigo again. She'll roll to the hoop. She's got on the block, back out to Taylor on the right side. Taylor will drive left into the middle, kick out Grotehouse, back to the right side. Antigo for three, off the mark. Rebound to Delilah Taylor, but she was kind of pushed, and that will go to the Lady Bulldogs. Third turnover. And here is Schlatter over to Moats, and Lady Bears still in the press as Hoffman working on the right side. Hoffman gets trapped to Lady Bears. She tries to pivot out of it, and they are going to get a foul on the Lady Bears. And it looks like it's Allie Zimmerman picking up the foul. No, it's going to be Chloe Antigo. So the Lady Bulldogs will take it side out. That's Chloe Antigo's first as Moats gets it for Defiance up top. She'll get a screen, works left, trapped again, and now they get it up top. And here's Hoffman down low. It's stolen by Reese Grotehouse again, and she's out ahead. She will lay it up, and Reese Grotehouse. That's 10. Defiance will take it out. Bryan still putting on the pressure. Hoffman. She'll turn, go to Moats. Here comes the trap. Moats tried to find Black there, but the pass was just a bit too high, and it'll go out of bounds. Turnover number 12 for Defiance. Joanna Schlatter into the game for Defiance. And Brooke Lamberson will bring it up for the Bears. Approaching 1 minute to go in this second quarter. Delilah Taylor on the right side. She'll dribble left, find Brooke Lamberson. Fires a three, and it's good for Brooke Lamberson. Assist from Delilah Taylor, and here comes Wall up the left side for Defiance right after the make. She'll kick it out. Moats finds a great pass to Schlatter. She's up, and it is a blocking foul on, it looks like, Bree Long, which will be her first. Just a great pass from Moats there to go down low to Schlatter off the press. Moats has made some pretty impressive passes. A couple have been a little high, but there's been a couple that have been really just kind of eye-popping. As Schlatter will go to the line for two. 30-12 here, 57 seconds remaining in the second quarter. First one's up and off the mark. As Schlatter is a 72% free throw shooter on the year, so pretty good. And her second one here is up and no good. Missed it left, and Shalyn Miley comes down with the rebound. Over to Brooke Lamberson, who will bring it up for the Lady Bears. 50 seconds left. Let's see what they do if they try to get a quick bucket or hold for the last shot. Brooke Lamberson left side over to Shalyn Miley. Miley back to the right, puts it up, and puts it in. Great shot for Shalyn Miley, who's got 8 in the quarter alone. 32-12 with 30 seconds remaining as Defiance brings it up and Schlatter gets trapped. She looks over to Black, over to Wall now on the right side. Black missed it, and she gets her own rebound. Now Schlatter on the right side. She'll drive right, pick it up. Now over to Black, who's still got it on the right side. She'll dribble. Chloe Antigo guarding closely. Over to Schlatter on the left side. And now it's Moats up top. 5 seconds to go. They got to get a shot as Moats will pull up. Shot is no good. Rebound Lamberson, and that will end the first half. 32-12. Bryan, your score.
All right, thank you, Caleb, for filling in. A little technical difficulties. I hope we're back, and it is halftime here, 32-12. We'll take our halftime break after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger is a great group of experts with a common goal: to serve the legal needs of this area with the greatest degree of integrity and excellence. Along with that, they respect and support the athletes in tonight's game for their determination and teamwork. An attorney's relationship with their client is like the one between a coach and their player, a position of trust. Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger are proud supporters of all the athletes and wish them continued success always. The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
In case you haven't heard, this is an incredible time to sell a home, and the AmeriMade Realty team can simplify the process for you. We'll screen your home for potential loan issues, help determine a market value, schedule all your showings, and pre-qualify your buyers. But that's not all. Once we help you negotiate the sale, we'll handle all the details until closing day and beyond. And with interest rates so low, it's a great time for your buyer to buy. Call the AmeriMade Realty team today at 636-7653 or go to AmeriMadeHomes.com.
At American Family Insurance, they know your life has many moving parts. From your four wheels to your hard-earned home and the financial future of your family, they'll cover the things that matter most. Bundle your home and auto policies for possible savings and add life insurance for convenient, future-focused protection so you can keep dreaming towards what's next. For details, contact Danielle Van Atta, agent. Call 419-636-0408 or stop by 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, online today.
When a loved one passes away, there are all kinds of decisions to make for funeral arrangements.
But one thing you can do now to make it easier on your loved ones is to pick out a memorial. I'm Paul Rohrig at the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio.
And I'm Sally Jo Metzger. We're here to take the burden off of your family with just a conversation.
At Fackler Monument, we feature the largest indoor memorial display in the tri-state area.
The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924. Check us out online at facklermonument.com.
As we enjoy football this fall, we're reminded that winter isn't that far away. Now's the time to get your furnace checked out, and you can do that with confidence by calling Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services. Take advantage of $25 off on the fall furnace tune-up. Also, if you're looking to purchase a new Lennox system, ask about an offer of up to a $1,350 rebate or 6 months no payments on qualifying Lennox equipment purchased between September 7th and November 27th. For all of your heating and plumbing needs year-round, call Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services today, 1-800-329-4040.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Visit Rick Taylor Insurance online at rtaylorinsurance.com to request a free quote. Community College, Jason Deach Collision and Custom, Krill Funeral Service, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Grimm Paints, Veteran Services of Williams County. Thank you to all of those sponsors for bringing you the game tonight on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Well, the Bears started off with a slow lead, but they now have opened things up with a 20-point lead, and it was pretty close within 2-3 the whole first quarter.
Right, 12-9 after the first, Chris, and you look up now, it's 32-12 Bryan, and you say, well, what happened? Bryan got into Defiance. The pressure just kind of got to Defiance there. They created some turnovers, and Defiance couldn't really get into any sort of offense. They got to break the press, and then after that, it's a whole other thing to actually get into an offense and score. But kind of some performances that have stood out for Bryan so far. Reese Grouse has had an overall dice game. She's had a couple steals, 10 points, and Shalom Miley had 8 in the second quarter. She's got 10, and I think that's pretty just predicated on the steals that they were both getting. Both of them really active on the defensive end and let out to easy buckets in transition.
Yeah, and I think that both the defensive and offensive play by the Golden Bears, they've been intense on both ends. They have been pressure defense against Defiance on the one end, but on the other end, they're not being, I don't want to say they're not being patient, but they have no problem just taking it to the hole.
Right, and that's the thing, Chris, taking it to the hole, because that's what they've done. They have really matchup or mismatches on the offensive end with everybody, because they can just take them to the hole. They're a lot quicker than Defiance, it looks like right now, and they're taking advantage of that to their credit. And when you look at Defiance, Chris, we talked about in the pregame how a lot of their scoring is spread out. Well, in the first half, that's exactly how it's going. You got Moats with 3. She led off the game with a 3. Schlatter, 2. Kendall Black, 2. Maynard had a 3 as well, and Horvath with 2. So, that's made up their 12 points. And really, like we said, spread out scoring, that's kind of the name of this team, and it's carried over here into that first half.
If you're Coach Nate Headley, what are you saying to the Defiance Lady Dogs?
Well, you got to break the press, because you don't really have much of a chance, to get into an offense and score if you don't break the press first. They got to take care of the ball. I thought Olivia Moats made some great passes out of the press. A couple of them were not so great, kind of just leading teammates a little too much, but she seems like the ball handler, and I thought she did a great job of handling the pressure that Bryan was putting on. So I think you got to trust her to make the right plays. She's been, I think, the best player for Defiance in the first half, and I think that's what you kind of want to live and die by, is her.
What would you say if you're Coach Grosjean?
Keep the gas pedal on. Like we said in the pregame, you got a holiday classic coming up. There's no reason that this team should kind of have, low self-esteem going into that. Go get them. Go blow them out here. That's what you got to be thinking. You got to be thinking, foot on their necks right now, and that they can pull away even more in this game and kind of go on an upswing into the Holiday Classic.
The Holiday Classic will be here on BMU and BryanSports.com as well, and that will be happening next Monday and Tuesday. The initial game, the Lady Bears will play Fairview, and it'll be Stryker and Paulding in that second game, and then of course Tuesday we'll have the consolation game and the championship game. We're going to take our final time out of halftime. You're in the BMU Cable and High Speed Internet halftime show. Back after this, it is on the Golden Bear Sports Network, presented by BMU.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal. If you have a do-it-yourself painting job that really matters, you need professional-grade PPG paint from Grimm Paint Supply, located just north of Bryan at the intersection of County Road G and County Road 15. Whether it's interior, exterior, deck or barn paint, industry alkyds, and Durethane, Grimm Paint Supply has everything you need, including brushes, rollers, and trays, and can mix your specific color right there on the spot. When you use a professional-grade paint, it may cost a couple bucks more up front, but it will keep you off the ladder and end up saving you money in the long term. If the paint job really counts, call Grimm Paint Supply, 419-633-4979.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters' mission is to support, promote, and inspire competitive sports in Bryan with an emphasis on high school athletics. With white level support, a $25 donation gives you a window cling. Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch sack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you a Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patron support. Go Bears!
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, halftime score. The main stop scoreboard shows 32-12 in favor of the Bryan Lady Bears. They were leading after the first quarter 12-9, and then opened things up in the second quarter, going on a 20-3 run. Chris Malenga and Caleb Zuber here with you, and I'm going to turn things over to Caleb for the third quarter.
Appreciate it, Chris. And Brooke Lamberson's going to take it up for Bryan to start this third quarter and go right to Reese Growhouse. Back over to Lamberson, now to the left side for Shallon Miley. Looks like Defiance is in his zone here as Brooke Lamberson on the right side, down low to McKendry Seamer. She'll skip it up top to Miley on the left side, Growhouse. Antigo on the baseline now. Back out to Growhouse, and still on the left side, now to the middle for Lamberson. Back left for Growhouse. Had a 3, didn't take it. And Lamberson is out top now. Lamberson back to Growhouse. She'll look, feed Miley up top. Miley back to Growhouse. And Antigo now down low to McKendry Seamer, kicks it out. Brooke Lamberson takes a dribble on the right side, down low to Antigo on the baseline. And now Brooke Lamberson on the right side. Skips it, Growhouse into the middle for Antigo. She'll dribble right, kick it up top to Lamberson. Bryan being really patient here. Miley on the right side, looks, and now finds Growhouse. Now the left side, Lamberson. She'll put up a 3, no good. And the rebound is to Defiance and Schlatter, but here comes Shallon Miley for the tie-up.
I'll tell you what, the Bears used 1 minute and 3 seconds of that quarter, the third quarter, before they took a shot.
Very, very patient to start out this third quarter. You wonder if that was a point of emphasis for Coach Todd Grosjean, as Defiance will take it out. And Bryan still putting on that pressure as it's Maynard now dribbling it left with Grothouse guarding, and she dribbled it out of bounds.
I think that was just Grothouse kind of forcing her towards that sideline.
Yeah, she's doing a great job of putting pressure on the ball. And now Bryan will take it with Brooke Lamberson. She'll have it up top. Defiance still in that zone. It's Growhouse on the right side over to McKendry Seamer. Seamer picks it up. Ball batted down. She tried to get it out of there, and she picks it back up. Growhouse up top over to Lamberson. Brooke Lamberson finds a cutting McKendry Seamer. She is fouled by Maynard. And McKendry Seamer will go to the line for 2.
I was just going to say, I think Maynard is a heck of a player. You saw her just jump vertically there and knock that pass away. You know, she's a 5'7" sophomore, averaging 7.8 points per game, and she started as a freshman.
Yep, she's got that varsity experience for sure. 32-12 here, and McKendry Seamer makes it 33-12 on her first free throw. Again, 6:30 to go here in the third quarter. Bryan leading. Second one from McKendry Seamer is up and good, and she's got the first 2 points of the third quarter. She's on the board. Defiance now with Moats. Gets trapped, loses the ball, and Antigo picks it up. Turnover number 14 for Defiance as Bryan brings it up the floor, and they'll bring things back out. McKendry Seamer, mid-range jumper, off the mark. Rebound, Growhouse. Keeps it for Bryan, hands it off to Seamer. Back to Growhouse. She'll fire a 3. No good. And we have a foul. Who's this going to be on?
I think that might be Seamer again.
Yep.
No, they called that on Shallon Miley.
Didn't see. I don't even know if I saw Shallon in the play, but Shallon Miley called for Bryan's first foul of the second half.
It's good because it would have been McKendry's third.
Yeah. Keep her in the game here as Moats brings it up for Defiance. She's trapped immediately by Addie Arnold and Shallon Miley. Schlatter got it, tried to pass it in as the ball ricochets, and now it's Maynard who just finds it, puts it up, and puts it in.
Wow, what good foresight to see that ball fall and then be able to pull it up and make the shot. Wow.
Right place, right time for sure as Bryan brings it up. Growhouse working it around, and now it's Brooke Lamberson on the left side. 5:30 to go, 34-14. Bryan leading. Skip pass over to Growhouse on the right side. She'll get it on the baseline to McKendry Seamer. She'll take a dribble, picks it up, skip pass to Brooke Lamberson. Now it's Addie Arnold who will fire a 3. That's no good. Rebound Seamer for Bryan. They keep possession. Shallon Miley has it now, drives down the lane, misses. Maynard pulls down the rebound for Defiance. Moats brings it up the left side. She'll go right past the Bryan defense, makes a nice move, can't finish, rebound, and it's going to be a tie-up.
Nice job by Moats there to just keep going, and she wanted to go to the basket, went with a full head of steam, just couldn't get the layup to fall.
Nobody really stopped her, and she just, you're right, full head of steam is a perfect word for that, as looks like McKendry Seamer will come off the floor. 34-14 with approaching 5 minutes to play as Defiance shows a little pressure now, and Addie Arnold in the middle of the press picks up her dribble, skip past Bree Long. She'll find Growhouse cutting on the baseline, and she'll bring it back out to Arnold over to the right side, Brooke Lamberson. Lamberson has it over to Addie Arnold. She'll go to Growhouse on the left side. Addie Arnold up top now. Defiance still in the zone as Growhouse goes down low to Bree Long. Looks for a cutting Miley in the middle. She has it. Nobody guards her, and she puts it in.
She had a wide open look there. I was going to just say before that, Defiance is doing a good job of trying to trip those passes up and kick a foot out and stop those, but they left her wide open.
Kind of just left her in the middle there as Defiance brings it up, and Maynard has it. She goes over to Hoffman, and Hoffman, guarded by Brooke Lamberson, has it up top. Hoffman gets it back, hands it off to Maynard. Maynard, pull up 3, no good. Rebound will go out of bounds. Kind of a good shot for Maynard, just can't get it to the ball.
Absolutely, she did a great job. Was able to get set on a screen by Kendall Black, who was able to free her up. She had her feet set, just didn't fall. Sometimes they don't.
Reese Growhouse will inbound it for Bryan, and Defiance still showing pressure here. Kind of adjustment they made in the second half as Brooke Lamberson still has it. Got to get it across here as she will skip it to Addie Arnold on the left side. She skips it to Bree Long down low, and she is fouled. So Bree Long is going to go to the line again.
I'll tell you what, Bree Long was all by herself, and as soon as she had that ball, she had 3 Bulldogs all around her.
So the foul is on Maynard. That's her third, team second of the half. And Bree Long, first one's good. That's her second point of the game.
Bree going into the game tonight was only a 20% free throw shooter.
Her second one's up and it misses. And the rebound is going to cause a foul
That's going to be on Addie Arnold. Arnold was just trying to get the rebound alongside Kendall Black, and they said that she committed the harm. So
looks like Reese Grohouse now will come off the floor. Allie Zimmerman into the game. Defiance will take it out. Still more pressure shown from Bryan with 3:50 to go. 37-14 Bryan. Here in the third quarter as Moats picks up her dribble. Schlatter has it on the left side. Schlatter dribbles. Addie Arnold guarding closely. She picks up her dribble. Moats to the rescue there. She tries to go down low to Black, and we're going to get a foul.
That's going to be Arnold again. That'll be 2 quick ones on her. Nope, they're not going to call it on Arnold. Bree Long. He looked right at Arnold after he whistled that. So
they were both kind of down there.
Yep.
And now Defiance will take it out under the basket with Schlatter. She'll look, she'll find Black. She puts it up, and just off the mark as Arnold brings down the rebound for the Golden Bears, and they'll slow it up. Allie Zimmerman over to Shallon Miley, down in the corner for Zimmerman. She'll go up top to Brooke Lamberson. Back over to Zimmerman on the right side. She has it down low. Bree Long drives baseline, skips it to Brooke Lamberson for 3. It's just short. Rebound goes to Bree Long, who's hustled tonight, and she's going to draw another foul.
I tell you what, Bree Long was looking to give that out to a guard outside the perimeter and was unable to find anybody. They were all covered. So she did what she did best. She put her head down, tried to put up a shot, and drew the foul.
That's just going to be her third trip to the line tonight. She's done a great job of hustling and rebounding for the Bears. First one is up, and it is good for Bree Long. Her third point of the game. And like you said, Chris, 20% free throw shooter. She's made 2 here. I think that's 3, excuse me. Missed that one, and a rebound is going to go to Defiance. 38-14, Bryan.
That was an interesting call to give it to Defiance. I thought Horvath knocked it out on her own.
Yeah, for sure. Could have went either way as Moats takes it for Defiance as Zimmerman guarding her closely as she brings it up. And now it's Hoffman on the right side, tries to get it down low to Horvath, and then now we got another tie-up. And this one's going to stay here with Defiance.
2:56 remaining third quarter, 38-14. Bears on top of this one.
As Defiance will take it out underneath. And she tries to get it in. Pass was tipped. Black ends up with it, and she just puts it up, and it just rolled out. As Miley and Black fight for the rebound, Miley gets it to Brooke Lamberson, and the Bears bring it up. Shallon Miley skips it down. Bree Long. Good pass to Miley, and she puts it up, and it is no good. Rebound Schlatter for Defiance. Moats, go ahead.
Bears have gone a little cold here shooting.
38-14, and Moats is going to go right into Brooke Lamberson. They're going to call a blocking foul on Brooke Lamberson.
She will sit down along with a couple other Golden Bears, and I'll tell you what, I thought she was set, and I thought Moats led with her forearm.
It's kind of the second call tonight where it's kind of could have gone either way on a block charge call. You're right about that, Chris, as Moats will take it out on the sideline for Defiance. She'll get into Black. I think she was looking for Horvath, but it goes to Hoffman. Hoffman will dribble, picks it up, now gets trapped by 2 Lady Bears, and McKendry Seymour's going to come up with the steal here, pushing the floor. Tried to find somebody. Nobody was home as Arnold has it now. Zimmerman in the corner. She'll dribble into the middle. Addie Arnold now back out to Zimmerman left side. She'll pump fake, dribble, puts it up, got bumped, no call, and Defiance comes down with it. Moats now with it, and she'll have it up top. Moats dribbles right. Chloe Antigo knocks it out of bounds. Good defense from Chloe.
Minute 54 remaining here, third quarter, and Bears have kind of gone cold on the other end, but on the defensive end, they've kind of held Defiance to just 2 points.
Moats finds Horvath in the middle here. She'll dribble. Kicks it out to Hoffman in the corner for Moats. Allie Zimmerman tried to jump the passing lane, and Moats is going to draw a blocking foul down low. Good drive by Moats.
McKendry Seymour, that'll be her third foul. And I'll tell you what, I am really impressed with Lady Bears' quickness on defense, and especially their anticipation of what pass is going to happen.
They're doing a great job of reading, Chris. You're absolutely right about that. 1:46 to go here in the third, 38-14, Bryan. As Defiance and Schlatter will inbound underneath the basket. Gets into Moats in the left corner. Delilah Taylor guarding closely, and the pass was tipped. Addie Arnold comes up with it, pushes ahead to Allie Zimmerman, who will lay it up and in.
Nice little run out there by Zimmerman. And Delilah Taylor made that one happen with the pressure defense she put on Defiance.
Absolutely, as Maynard will bring it up for Defiance. And just kind of a pass to nobody there as McKendry Seamer picks it off. She'll go in and lay it in. McKendry Seamer with 4 points here in this third quarter, as it is now 42-14 with 1:10 to go here in the third. Moats on the left side, gets in the middle for Horvath. She'll turn, nothing there. Moats now will fire a three, and it's just short. Rebound down low to Schlatter. She missed it. Rebound Seamer for the Golden Bears.
Schlatter was in the right place at the right time. Moats missed that one badly.
And McKendry Seamer kind of wanted to pass to Allie Zimmerman, saw Moats defending there, and she said nowhere to go with it. She'll take the double dribble.
Moats kind of made the symbol for traveling, and the official told her, "I'll handle the call, sir." There.
And now it is Schlatter taking it out at half court for Defiance. She'll get it into Horvath, who will dribble right, crossover, good move, and she'll pick up her dribble up top over to Wall. Wall has it, picks up her dribble, now finds Schlatter. Schlatter down to Wall in the corner, gets a screen from Horvath, and now she's over to the left side to Moats. Moats gets a screen from Black, and she throws it to Black down low. Pass was tipped. Wall and Delilah Taylor fighting for it. And it's going to stay here with Defiance with 32 seconds remaining here in this third quarter, 42-14 Bryan.
Bree Long will check back in. This is a good move here with Seamer having 3 fouls here in this last 30 seconds. Don't get her another one.
Bree Long has provided some really good minutes for the Golden Bears here tonight, as Wall will inbound it for Defiance into Horvath. Rebound to Black. She missed it, so a couple missed chances there from Defiance as Grohouse gets it. Up ahead, Long. Good move.
Oh, Bree Long just made a great move around the Defiance defender.
Good job by Bree Long. She's got 5 points and has been huge for the Lady Bears as Wall gets it. Quick transition play from Defiance.
That's the first shot that's fallen for Defiance in a long time. They've had good looks.
Allie Zimmerman now will fire three as the quarter winds down, and it's off. And it's 44-16 Bryan here at the end of the third.
All right, back after this with the fourth quarter action on the Golden Bear Sports Network presented by BMU.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters' mission is to support, promote, and inspire competitive sports in Bryan with an emphasis on high school athletics. With white level support, a $25 donation gives you a window cling. Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch sack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you a Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patron support. Go Bears.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Back on the Golden Bear Sports Network, Chris Malenga and Caleb Zuber. Zuber, nice job as always taking the play-by-play reins.
Appreciate it, Chris. It's always good to do that. Thanks for giving me the opportunity.
No problem. So the Bears lead 44-16 right now as we enter the fourth quarter of play. They will get it to start this last period. Lamberson will bring it. She'll go to the left side looking for Grotehouse. Grotehouse back out to Lamberson. Now over to Taylor. Taylor. On the right-hand side now, 3-ball in the air for Grotehouse is no good. Rebound will come down, and now Taylor will launch her own three. No good as well. And again, the Bears get the rebound, and that time it was the same two on the same team. So that'll be a traveling violation. I think Bree Long and maybe Antigua are trying to go for that.
Good job by Bryan getting another extra possession off the offensive rebound there. They've done a great job of rebounding on both ends of the floor tonight. It's gotten them some extra shots and forced Defiance to not get some extra possessions.
All right, Moats will bring it up for Defiance as they trail 44-16. Taylor will knock it out of the way, but then get it back. 3-ball in the air from Mallory. Weaver is up and good. That is Weaver's first three of the night.
Really nice shot there by Weaver. Coming in off the bench here in the fourth quarter, hitting the three.
Weaver, the 5'6" junior. Bears will bring it back quickly. Antigua will put a shot up, a nice little move, and the foul is going to be whistled on Defiance. That'll be their fourth foul, and that's going to be on Olivia Moats. That'll be her second, and Moats was frustrated with that one. Antigua went right by her, and the contact was made by Moats.
That shot was all created by Reese Grouse, getting the quick pass into her. You know, the zone was shifting like that, and Reese Grouse made a great pass into Chloe Antigua. Good job all the way around.
Antigua missed the foul shot. Defiance will come back quickly with it with Horvath. Horvath looking for some help will find Bloomfield. Bloomfield now working against Antigua. Antigua will steal it. It'll roll around, and we've got an injured Defiance player. She got up, though. Quickly down to Grotehouse. About a three, then gives to Taylor. Taylor will back it out, being double teamed. Then over to Lamberson. Lamberson will feed underneath. Bree Long up and good. Bree Long, another nice shot right underneath.
She's been so good tonight, Chris. Feels like her name's always been brought up so far in this game. She's been awesome.
Moats will launch another three and bury it. 48-22 with 6:23. Defiance not going away. That's 6 now for Moats, both threes.
Yep, she hit one in the first quarter. She hits one here in the fourth. Let's see if she can hit a couple more before this game's over.
Lamberson with it. Now Taylor. Now to Reese Grotehouse. Down low, launches a three, no good. Rebound will come down right to the hands of Olivia Moats. Uncontested. Moats will fire it down quickly. Schlatter inside the three-point arc, and that's good. And that'll be a timeout for Coach Nathan Headley. And that'll be a full timeout with him. 5:59 remaining fourth quarter. We're going to take it with him back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network presented by BMU.
The Bryan
Tonight's
Athletic
broadcast
Boosters
of Golden
mission
Bear
is to
Sports
support,
is
promote,
proudly
and inspire
streamed by
competitive
BMU
sports
Cable
in
and
Bryan
high-speed
with an
internet.
emphasis on high school
BMU
athletics.
is your
With
hometown
white level
local
support,
provider
a
for
$25 donation gives you a window cling. Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch sack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you a Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patron support. Go Bears.
At Krill Funeral Service, we know family is a broad term. A family member comes in all sizes and shapes. They can also be fluffy with 4 legs and a tail, but they're all part.
Back on the Golden Bear Sports Network, 48-24. The Bears lead with 5:59 remaining here, fourth quarter. And they will inbound following the timeout by Defiance. Lamberson will bring it up. Defiance will set up in their man-to-man defense on this side. Now they'll move to a zone. Zimmerman with it. Now she'll go right side to Lamberson. They'll feed it underneath to Miley. Miley looks to back in. Now she'll turn, spin move. Shot is blocked by Schlatter, and that'll come the other way with Defiance. Moats running it down. Moats moves around a screen, pops a three. Got it. Moats, 3 threes.
Seems
9
like
points.
That's kind of her shot coming off a screen, off the break. She can kind of hit that. That's a really, really good shot to have in your arsenal.
So Lamberson brings it the other way for the Bears. Taylor now, she'll drive, and then she will get bumped. I think that's going to be a foul on Caden Poston. That'll be her first, team 5th. Both teams with 5 team fouls here with 5:15 remaining, and the Bears with a 21-point lead.
See what Bryan can kind of cook up here on the sideline, or the underneath the basket out of bounds.
Miley stands on her baseline. She will feed it in to Taylor. Taylor stops, pops, no good from 3-point, and we're going to get a foul the other way as Allie Zimmerman will be whistled for the infraction. That's going to be her first foul.
You know, we talked about, Chris, at halftime, kind of what Todd Groshi might be saying to this team at half. You know, I brought up the fact, you know, you got to go and do a good swing into the Holiday Classic on a good note, and kind of Bryan's kind of struggling here in the fourth quarter to start this.
Absolutely, and tough defense by Defiance. It led to a steal. Shot up by Brooke Lamberson is good, 50-27. Tell you what, Defiance is getting very active offensively, setting a lot of screens, trying to get some shooters open, so they're not going away. And that's another steal. This time, Shallon Miley will take it to the house, up and in, 52-27, 4:39 and counting, fourth quarter.
And so, you know, Chris, as soon as I say that, Bryan kind of turns it up a bit, gets some turnovers, and that's so huge. And now it's 52-27.
Defiance will have it, stolen away again by Miley. Miley will stop, put up a shot, and good. Easy layup again for Miley, and that's 14 for her. Nate Headley has seen enough. He will call a timeout. It'll be a full timeout with 4:20 remaining. We're just going to keep this one right here and talk a little bit about what here in the last 4 minutes, what you look to see out of both these teams.
Well, you know, like we said, it's going good right now for Bryan. You want to keep that momentum right now. Don't let up at all. And that was a good little stretch there, kind of getting up in the face of the Defiance offense and creating some turnovers. But you got to keep that up through the rest of this quarter and into the next game, which is the Holiday Classic as we've talked about over and over again. And if you're Defiance, you know, you've made a little run here and you've competed and you haven't given up, and that's always great to see from a young team that's kind of struggled here early. You don't want to quit and you don't want to lay down. So still a lot to play for here for both of these teams.
I want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game tonight on the Golden Bear Sports Network. They include Bryan Ford Lincoln, Northwest State Community College, Jason Deach Collision and Custom, Krill Funeral Service, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, BMU Cable and High Speed Internet, Oberlin, Trumbull, Freedom and Crematory, Grimm Paints, Veteran Services of Williams County. Back to live action here. The main stop scoreboard shows 54-27 in favor of the Lady Bears. 4:13 remaining. Defiance will have it. High pressure coming from the Lady Bears still. And they're trying to find somebody open. It's going to go off of Addie Arnold. I'll tell you what, those double teams and things are just frustrating Defiance.
Especially against a young team, Chris. That was a great job by Todd Groshine saying, you know, we're gonna pressure the Lady Bulldogs a little bit. You know, they're young and they're inexperienced. So, you know, I think it was a smart thing to do by Todd Groshine. It's definitely paid off here today.
We're going to get a jump ball as Arnold will go in and be active and tie up Joanna Schlatter. And it's just going to stay right here. Boy, you know, even with 3:57 remaining and an almost 30-point lead, the Bears are not letting up at all.
And it's what you want to see from both of these teams. You know, you got some of the subs in, and they're still playing hard to get this varsity experience.
3-ball in the air is no good for Schlatter. Rebound comes down, and Zimmerman will take it. Then she will find Blaze Langendorfer, who snuck into the game.
Yeah.
Quick little find by Zimmerman.
Good job by Allie Zimmerman seeing the floor on the break there. Just a great pass across the court to Blaze.
Defiance running into some trouble again, and now Kaylee Thiel will cause the tie-up. And so, again, the Bears getting very intense here. Getting some of the freshmen and sophomores in. Sophomore Langendorfer, freshman Thiel. Bears will bring it up. Addie Arnold on the left-hand side. Cross court to Taylor. Now they'll feed underneath. And shot is up and missed by Kaylee Thiel, but she will head to the line.
You know, Chris, you brought up the fact that, you know, some of these Lady Bears are young, getting some playing time. And, you know, I was once in that position for the men's varsity team, and you know, it is so nerve-wracking, but it's just so great to get that experience. And so far early this year, these Lady Bears have gotten a lot of experience because some of these games haven't been close. So it's really, really good to neat to see them out here and competing.
Brooke Taylor will get into the game, and Kaylee Thiel will get into the scorebook as she makes the first foul shot, but then I jinx her and miss the second, and Defiance will go the other way. Schlatter brings it up, works around a screen, now go left side. Over to Bloomfield. Bloomfield double teamed again. And Thiel will go in and get another jump ball, another tie-up. Now we're going to see Ella Voigt, the other freshman listed on this varsity roster. The 5'8" freshman will check in. And Thiel will sit down. So freshman will swap for freshman. And it's a 30-point even lead. 3:04 remaining fourth quarter for the Bears. Hoffman with it. Trying to work around a screen. They give it to Weaver. Weaver working against Langendorfer, and now we're going to get a blocking foul. I'm going to see if they're giving on. They're going to give that on Langendorfer. Allie Zimmerman was also in the area, as they say. So Defiance will inbound here. Mallory Weaver will inbound. And actually, that's going to be the 7th team. Nope, they are going to say it's the 7th team foul. Scoreboard doesn't show that, but checking into the game is Emily Wall. 5'7" junior has been in before. So Weaver, first one up, and it is good. Lead is now 29, 57-28. 2:54 remaining. Next one is up as well. So nice job there by Weaver to pick up a couple of points. Bears will bring it down, 2:49 and counting. Over to Taylor. Taylor will go left side, back to Zimmerman. Looking for Langendorfer underneath. They give it to Taylor. Taylor, now she'll drive. Put up a shot with the right hand. It does not fall. Tipped down, and Langendorfer will pick it up for the next shot. Up and good. So nice job by Langendorfer.
She stepped in here and got a couple buckets, but Delilah Taylor had a great drive there. Bryan's been doing it all night, getting to the rim. A couple times they finished, a couple times they haven't, but if you can just kind of gash the defense like that, just really good stuff.
We got a kick as Ella Voigt got a foot on that one. Theo will check in, and Taylor will sit down. So now the Bears have all non-starters in here with 2:11 to play. Don't anticipate seeing them again. Defiance will keep working with Hoffman. She'll stop and pop a shot at the foul line. No good. Rebound will come down to Thiel. Thiel will go run the other way, lose control of the basketball, and now she'll be double-teamed and will find Brooke Taylor. Way to get out of that one. Down low to Zimmerman. Zimmerman thought about a three. Then she'll dribble around the key at the top now. And she'll camp out there, pass off to the right-hand side to Thiel. Thiel feeds it underneath. Voigt, nice move, puts up a shot, and good. Ella Voigt now with her first two of the night.
Good footwork from Ella Voigt there. That was just really fundamentally sound, just keeping her pivot foot down, finding an open space to shoot that. That was a really good job.
Defiance comes the other way. Three ball in the air is good for Mallory Weaver. Weaver's like, see, I can shoot the three.
She stepped in here late in the game, and she's had a couple, that's her second three of the game. She can shoot it a little bit.
Absolutely can. Bears will lose the basketball. It will go off Defiance, though, as chasing it down was Elizabeth Hoffman, and she was the last to touch it. So Zimmerman will come over on the far side baseline to put it in. Langendorfer goes to get it and misses it, but able to save it is Kaylee Thiel. Thiel is at the top of the key. She'll drive, put up a shot. No good. Rebound will come down to her, and she'll go again with another shot, and that time it puts it up and in.
Good job sticking with it by Kaylee Thiel. Always good to see the freshman get into the game and score like that. And a couple Bryan Lady Bears have today.
Under a minute to play, 63-32 Bears lead. Wall will bring it around. Crossover to Hoffman. Hoffman top of the key, trying to get a screen or get open. She'll find Wall on the left side. Wall will drive baseline, and we're going to get a foul on the way in on Brooke Taylor.
Just a really good game from the Bears today, Chris. They're going to win this one, and it's just so funny to me when I brought up, Lady Bears kind of faltering a little bit. They just picked it right up and kind of pulled away in this thing. That was huge for their confidence going forward. Love to see that.
Absolutely. Wall will go to the line. First one is no good. Rebound will come down to Wall, and she goes to put up another shot. It's blocked. And now a scrum on the floor. Ball is loose, and Brooke Taylor is going to hold on to it for a jump ball.
Both teams still with 30 seconds left, still fighting hard and hustling.
Don't forget to join us following the game as we go into our post-game show sponsored by Oberlin Turnbull. Coach Todd Grostein will be up to talk with us here up in the booth, and we will chat with him following the game. 18 seconds to play, fourth quarter. Bears just moving it around. Voigt will drive. Pass off. Langendorfer will launch a three. No good. Rebound will come down to Defiance, and they will run it out with 6 seconds to play. Wall with it. She'll feed it down quickly. Hoffman will not get a shot off, and that's the way she wrote it as the Lady Bears defeat the Lady Bulldogs by a score of 63-32. And the Bears stay undefeated on the season, and meanwhile Defiance will go down to 1-7 on the year. So we are heading to our Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory post-game show. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we will talk to Coach Todd Grostein, check some stats, and so much more. Stay tuned on the Golden Bear Sports Network presented by...
Are you looking for a mechanic that really knows how to repair both foreign and domestic vehicles? Let me recommend Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions. Dave has spent the last 25 years diagnosing and repairing all makes and models of vehicles in Northwest Ohio. And he's now teamed up with Jason Dietz on State Route 6 just east of Edgerton. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem that your last mechanic couldn't, think of Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions.
This, Mr. Stanton, is the Ford F-150. It is the all-time best-selling truck in history of the world. Recently intercepted engineering designs show that it, the new Ford Mach-E, and the Ford Bronco are about to cause dramatic changes to the transportation industry. Your mission, if you and your team choose to accept it, is to expose these revolutionary vehicles to the world. This message will self-destruct.
Here at the Williams County Veterans Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veterans Service Office.
We know in life that we take time to celebrate life events. We help families honor the lives of those they love by highlighting what made their loved ones special and honoring the legacy that was left.
We are often very busy, but we encourage families to slow down, take time to gather together, and celebrate the impact their loved one had on their life. Allow us to work with you when the need arises to create a personalized and meaningful service. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, we are always here when you need us.
63-32, the Lady Bears win against of Defiance here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Chris Malenga, Caleb Zuver, and Zuva. You know, the Lady Bears started off slow, but they ended up really putting it on towards the end.
12-9 was the score at the end of the first quarter, and then after that it was just all Lady Bears, Chris, and just an impressive job all the way around from the entire team, top to bottom, to kind of just put their foot on the gas this whole game, really the second, third, and fourth quarters, and finish this thing out. And for Defiance, you know, you had a couple players play hard, and you know, you stuck with them for a little bit, but I think they're getting a little bit better. I saw some improvement really mid-game too, so you know, we'll look at them maybe down the road and see how much they've improved.
The Holiday Classic, of course, coming up. The Bears will play Fairview in that, and then the winner of that will play the winner of Paulding and Stryker. But let's take a look at some of the stats in this one.
So we're just going to go over some of the scoring here. Kaylee Thiel for Bryan had 3 points in the fourth quarter. Ella Voigt with 4. Mackenzie Seamer with 4. She was struggling with foul trouble a little bit tonight, so her point total wasn't really up to her average. Shalom Miley finished with 14. She was the leading scorer for the Bears. Reese Grohaus added 10. Allie Zimmerman 2. Brooke Lamberson 7. Addie Arnold 4. Blaze Langendorf for 4. Bree Long with 7, and she was really, really important tonight for the Lady Bears. Chloe Antigo with 4, and that adds all up to 63 points for the Golden Bears, and they really didn't turn the ball over that much tonight, Chris, and that was an important key in the win. As far as Defiance, Olivia Motes with 9, Emily Wall with 2, Joanna Schlatter with 4, Kendall Black with 2, Kinley Maynard with 5, and then it was Myra Horvath with 2, and then Mallory Weaver came in towards the end of the game and had a couple buckets for Defiance. She hit 2 threes, and she had 8, adding up for 32. And, you know, Bryan, they took care of the ball tonight. Defiance really didn't. When Bryan threw on that pressure, Chris, Defiance really struggled to take care of the ball, and they turned it over a lot.
All right, well, we're going to take our second time out here of the post-game show, the Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory post-game show. Hope to talk to Coach Todd Grosjean back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Are you interested in a bachelor's degree? Did you know you can get your start at Northwest State, save thousands on tuition, and get your credits transferred to the 4-year school of your choice? For more information on the NSCC Bachelor's Bound pathway, contact our advising center today or stop by. All roads begin at Northwest State.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters' mission is to support, promote, and inspire competitive sports in Bryan with an emphasis on high school athletics. With white level support, a $25 donation gives you a window cling. Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch sack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you a Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patron support. Go Bears!
At Krill Funeral Service, we know family is a broad term. A family member comes in all sizes and shapes. They can also be fluffy with 4 legs and a tail, but they're all part of your family. They can go on vacations with us, They're at the center of the parties, and often they're the ones that are there during the toughest of times. When the time comes to say goodbye to those very special family members, we at Krill Funeral Services are here with an environmentally friendly choice for aftercare. Krill Funeral Services, we're here for your entire family.
This, Mr. Stanton, is the Ford F-150. It is the all-time best-selling truck in history of the world. Recently intercepted engineering designs show that it, the new Ford Mach-E, and the Ford Bronco are about to cause dramatic changes to the transportation industry. Your mission, if you and your team choose to accept it, is to expose these revolutionary vehicles to the world. This message will self-destruct.
Are you looking for a mechanic that really knows how to repair both foreign and domestic vehicles? Let me recommend Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions. Dave has spent the last 25 years diagnosing and repairing all makes and models of vehicles in Northwest Ohio. And he's now teamed up with Jason Dietz on State Route 6 just east of Edgerton. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem that your last mechanic couldn't, think of Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Are you interested in a bachelor's degree? Did you know you can get your start at Northwest State, save thousands on tuition, and get your credits transferred to the four-year school of your choice? For more information on the NSCC Bachelor's Bound pathway, contact our advising center today or stop by. All roads begin at Northwest State.
Back on the Golden Bear Sports Network, final score 63-32 here as the Lady Bears have a nice win heading into the Holiday Classic over a Defiance team that has struggled by a score of 63-32. Final thoughts, Caleb Zuber?
Well, you know, we talk about it pregame. You just brought it up right here, Chris. Holiday Classic coming up, and really is one of the best times of the year for basketball in Northwest Ohio. You got all the tournaments going on, but I'm really interested to see how the Lady Bears use this game as momentum going into that. You know, Fairview's a really good team. Paulding's decent. So those are going to be showdowns if they meet up. And, you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see how this team keeps improving. It really does feel like, Chris, they've improved just from the Hicksville game to now. So you give that a whole season, it could be something very special sitting at the end for the Golden Bears.
Well, thank you to you for filling in here and doing some play-by-play. Appreciate it. These last couple of games, it's been fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Chris. It's always a good time and getting me good experience, so I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity, and I can't wait till next time.
No problem. Tonight's game being brought to you by our sponsors. Those include Veteran Services of Williams County, Grimm Paints, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Krill Funeral Service, Jason Dietz Collision and Custom, Northwest State Community College, and Bryan Ford Lincoln. Order your DVD of this or any other game by calling 419-633-6137. You can visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net and bryansports.com. Want to thank our broadcast crew. Our director is Tony Malanga, our production assistants Chris Bryce and myself. Our camera was Donnie Miller tonight. Want to thank our athletic department Chad Savage and Teresa Kuzmal, and the art department Matt Knapp and Stephanie Ponzak, as well as our board op back at WQCT Radio, the mothership, Ben Murray. And for Caleb Zuber, I am Chris Malanga. This has been a production of BMU Video. This broadcast is copyrighted by BMU and the Board of Public Affairs. So the private use of our audience, any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game without BMU's consent, is prohibited. One final time from Bryan. For Caleb Zuber, I am Chris Malanga. Your final score, the Golden Bears 63, the Defiance Bulldogs 32. Have a great night, everybody.